No, the Mac.
Okay, you need to get like closer though.
All right, we're on. Do we start?
Yes. Now.
All right. Welcome to the pod. This is the John Show. We are your hosts, Alex Carrasco.
Zach Longo.
Peyton Hahn
Towner Gassman.
and Sean Manning.
Today we will be talking about a woman caught in adultery.
And the Last Supper discourses.
So we're gonna start with a woman caught in adultery. So a brief summary of this passage is like, so a woman gets charged with adultery, and then there's this guy named Moses, and he gathers people and tells them to throw stones at the woman, and then Jesus comes by and he says, if you like throw a rock at them, if you don't throw a rock at the woman, you'll be free of sin, but if you don't, you won't be. And then pretty much no one throws the rock.
All right. What makes this passage more complex is Jesus sees a sinner in mercy and takes the time to help her. And this passage helps people with a heart weighed down in guilt and shame.
Well, I think that's pretty cool that like Jesus forgives everyone no matter how big the sin to be, and like no one threw the rock. That's pretty cool that like not even one person threw the rock.
I feel like Jesus would be a good political speaker. Like that like if he was a speaker, I think everyone would agree with him in this modern day.
I also think that if Jesus was a president this day, there would be like a lot of different changes about all the rules and stuff.
Jesus 2024.
Yes. You guys got anything to say?
I got something. One thing that struck me as pretty powerful was that Jesus was the only one in the crowd to judge all the people because he was the only one that did not sin. Everyone else had sinned before, and he was basically telling them, like, I'm the one who hasn't sinned. Listen to me because I will save your souls.
Yeah, and Jesus kind of teaches us here that, no matter what you've done, he will always forgive you, and no matter what big sins that you have committed, he will always forgive you no matter what you've done.
All right, and I just think that I'm still surprised no one threw a rock, and I think that summarizes up our first one, guys, don't you think?
It's pretty shocking that no one threw a rock there. I think there had to be one guy that just ruined the moment.
There probably was.
That would have been funny.
I got
There
one
probably
thing.
was.
One guy that ruined the entire
Bro,
moment.
throwing rocks at somebody is actually crazy.
Well, it's actually being called like stoned to death because you get the
That's-
rocks thrown at you.
That's some old
I got-
form of torture right there.
That's very cruel. I don't know how they came up with that.
I got one more thing to
You
add.
said that's cool.
Cruel.
Oh,
I got one more thing
cool.
to add. One thing that also struck me as powerful is that back in that day, some people thought, Jesus was like a fraud, or they wouldn't listen to him. All those people listened to him and didn't throw a stone, which shows like how powerful he is in that moment.
All right, you guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yep, let's go.
All right.
All right, next one is the Last Supper discourses. This a little bit of summary here is Jesus kind of talking to him and his disciples, and Jesus promises his disciples that they will be empowered and informed, and he repeatedly promises that to answer his disciples' prayers whenever they pray out to him, and the qualification "in my name" is important for it suggests it's kind of like prayer that he will answer namely, which I think is pretty cool and pretty special. If you get Jesus to answer your prayer by name, that's something you can really be proud of.
Yeah, but like prayer is also like a time thing. Like it's not gonna work out just
Yeah,
the
of
first time you talk to him.
Well, yeah, of course.
But you have to like keep going. It's not gonna be every time he talks to you. If you feel like there's like thoughts coming to your head when you're praying, it just might be him trying to talk to you through your thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
One thing about whoever believes in him will do great works. I also find that interesting because that just shows that he is basically almost like God's chosen. Well, he is God's chosen son on earth. That just says if you believe in him, him and you follow him daily, pray to him, go to mass, all that, you will have the power to do great works that will help others.
Something that's also pretty cool is that he also starts a lot of his prayers or preachings or teachings with Amen, Amen, which like implies the importance of the message. So I think that's also pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Makes it a little more complex that it in this passage it's omitted by manuscripts. Anyone got any thoughts on that?
I don't have anything. Do you guys have anything?
What does omitted mean?
Sean, any ideas?
Omitted, I think it means like, it's basically like, how does it, it's like, maybe
Like, what does that whole thing mean? Like, seriously, like.
probably,
It's like he talked about them.
yeah, he wrote them down.
Alright,
Writ- One thing is that Jesus also repeatedly stresses his promises to his disciples to answer his prayers because he wants his disciples to basically be like him after he dies.
Do you guys think you've ever felt Jesus talking to you through your thoughts at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Of
definitely.
course, I think everybody has.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone has.
Yeah, that's why there's
I
I'm
think
saying
a lot of people
stuff out
just
there.
ignore it.
There is
that is
also
a good
lot of
point right
people
there.
who-
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a lot of people out there that ignore it.
I don't know. I feel like praying can be like hard sometimes because like
Definitely,
You have to
definitely.
find time.
Sometimes you gotta really focus in there.
what's something that you guys like pray to or like try to talk to Jesus about?
I try to pray for my family members and stuff because my uncle's house recently caught on fire, and I've been hoping that he's gone. He's had better moments in his life, obviously, but I hope him the best. And I actually went out there a little bit, helped him with that. It felt good. Felt like I was doing the right thing.
I mostly pray the hardest when I'm about to have a surgery because I've had like 5 surgeries in my life.
5
and,
surgeries. Yeah.
I've had like these AVL things, and like they're a really hard surgery to do. So I've always been praying a lot. I always pray like a week. I keep praying like twice a day about like hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I wake up again, and it always does. So thank God for that.
Yeah, something interesting in this passage is Jesus used the term amen, amen, which
I
is
talked about that already.
You did? Oh, well, I was just going to add on it a little bit.
Alright.
So, yeah, it's kind of what he does when it's implying an important message that he's about to say. I think that's definitely an interesting way to get someone's attention as well once you're about to say something like, remember this. I'm going to say something important, so remember this. Instill it deep in your minds, so remember this. This is important. And I think this is also something that would back up Jesus would being a good speaker in the modern day.
Yeah.
So I think that is cool that he takes the time to say, remember this, because this is going to be important later on.
How different do you guys think our society would be if Jesus was alive right now and he was the president?
A
Or-
lot
Very
different.
different.
A lot different. Definitely be a lot less wars. 100%.
And probably probably not as much like drugs and
Yeah.
homelessness.
Less fighting, too.
Yeah.
I think there would still be a lot of discrimination though.
That's true.
Like a lot of it.
I also feel like the probably economic system wouldn't be the best either, too. But
Yeah, I feel like
regardless, it would solve the majority of the problems.
I feel like it'd be
if
a
you think-
lot different. Like I feel like if he was still alive, there would be no president. Like everybody was just like, you know.
I also feel like cancer would
Equal.
probably be gone. Like a lot of diseases, COVID would never probably have been right now. No, there have been probably not a lot as many deaths.
Yeah.
Life is life, and we can move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
Adding back to the prayer part, I forgot who said it about that. Like, prayer doesn't come instantly. Like, if you pray for something, it can take time. That's why it's like some people don't like believe in Christianity because they try to pray and they get mad when, like it doesn't happen immediately because you have to like prove your faith and that God takes time sometimes.
Yep, it very much does.
All right, well, anyone got anything else to say?
I don't. You guys got anything?
Nope.
No.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you guys for tuning in and listening to us.
Yes, thank you.
Keep checking in. There will be another episode coming soon.
See you guys later.
See
Have a
you
good
guys
day.
later. You too.
Make sure you press it twice.